Welcome, my dear all students. Where are you now? You imagine that we are now in the dark room. Will you be able to see anything around you? No, you can't. Why this happen? Because we don't have any light. Suppose if you want to see the objects around you, which one is missing here? Yes, of course, light is the important source that we need to see the objects around us, is it not? Now, let us enter into this part. Yes, in this lesson, we are going to study about the properties of the light and various phenomena related to light. Okay, understand that light is an energy. Differentiate natural and artificial light sources. We know natural light sources. Sun is known as important source, and artificial light sources, the incandescent lamps and discharge lamps are examples of artificial light sources. And understand the rectilinear propagation of light. What is rectilinear propagation of light? Light always travels in the straight line. That we know already know. That is indicated here, rectilinear propagation of light. Understand the formation of shadows. When you run or walk, your shadow follows you. Is it not? Then that is shadow. I will explain you in detail, okay? Now, know reflection of light and its types. Know the laws of reflection. There are two important laws of reflection. I will explain you in detail. Understand the properties of images formed in a plane mirror. Images formed in a plane mirror. Understand the dispersion and spectrum. We know spectrum. What is spectrum? When white light falls on the prism, then it is spread into 7 colors that produce spectrum. Rainbow produce spectrum, is it not? Which consists of all the 7 colors. Then the dispersion process and the spectrum formation. Understand synthesis of colors, how colors are produced. And now let us enter into the lesson. Okay, light is the only source of the energy for plants. You know, plants produce their own food by the process called as photosynthesis. What is photosynthesis? With the presence of sunlight, carbon dioxide and water, by the process called photosynthesis, plants prepare their own food. Not only preparing their own food, but also it gives food to us, is it not? All other animals and human beings depends only on the plants for maximum of food. Okay, sunlight acts as a vital role in the process of photosynthesis. Without the presence of sunlight, photosynthesis process can't take place and we can't get food from the plants. Photosynthesis process is very much important for all the living organisms to live in this world, and not only on the plants but maximum on the plants. Plants cover the whole part of the world, is it not? Then now let us come to the other part, that is the sources of light. There are two important sources of light. One is the natural sources of light and the other one is artificial sources of light. Natural sources of light. Sources which emit light naturally are known as natural sources of light. Immediately after telling the word natural sources of light, sun comes under our mind, is it not? Yes, of course. The sun is the primary and major source of natural light. Sun gives us light and heat. Life is possible in this beautiful world only because of the presence of sun. Okay. Without sunlight, we can't lead our life in this world, is it not? Sun is the important star, but we can see many stars in the sky, but these stars are far away from us. So we can't sense the heat and light produced by those stars because they are far away from us, and hence we can't sense the light and heat produced by them. And also sun is the nearest star, so that we can sense the heat and light produced by the sun. Okay, some living organisms have the ability to produce light and they are called as bioluminescence. What is bioluminescence? Bioluminescence is the production and emission of light by a living organism. Is it wonder? Yes, of course. Some living organisms produce light by their own. Okay, there comes under natural sources of light. Most often you can see bioluminescence in marine vertebrate and invertebrates. Okay, some sort of chemical reactions occur in those organisms. Okay, some of the examples are fireflies, jellyfish, glowworm, and also some of the fungi comes under this category. Now let us come to the other part, that is artificial sources of light. Artificial means man-made, is it not? Apart from the natural sources, light can also be produced artificially, is it not? When light produced by man-made knowledge, you can say that they are artificial light sources. You can see some of the lamps in your house. Are they comes under this category? Yes, they are artificial light sources. Okay. Then, is the moon a luminous object? Let us analyze. Come with me. The moon provides light as well, is it not? During night, you can see that moon gives light, but it can't produce light by its own. The light emitted by the moon is the light of the sun reflected towards the earth. See here, the sun gives the light and the moon absorbs the light. And during the night time, when you see the moon, then it seems to give light. But it is not true. Why this happened? When we see the moon, we see only the moon's lighted part. Thus, half of the moon is always facing the sun and receiving light from it. Hence, we receive light from the moon. Light given by the moon is always a reflected light from the sun. And so, we can see that the moon gives light during night. Okay. Now, let us come to the other part. The artificial sources are man-made light sources such as flame of candle, incandescent lamp, neon lamp, sodium lamp, etc. These are all comes under artificial sources of light. You know candle, is it not? Incandescent lamp we are using in our home, is it not? Then neon lamp and sodium lamp are used in laboratory also. And also sodium lamp we can see as street light. The yellow color light that we see during night, is it not? That is comes under sodium lamp artificial sources. That is artificial light source. Now let us come to the part, the types. One is the incandescent sources, other one is gas discharge sources. What is the difference between incandescent source and gas discharge source? When certain objects are heated, you take iron rod, you heat for some time, then after some time, then it gets heat from the source you are giving and then come to the condition called as a red hot ion. Okay, red hot ion. When this condition is reached, then the ion starts glowing. That is, it gives light. It also having heat and also it produces light at one particular point, and they are known as incandescent sources. In our house, we can use tungsten lamp, is it not? In the tungsten lamp, a tungsten wire is kept inside. Tungsten wire, when you pass electricity, then the tungsten wire gets heated. After that, when it reaches hot condition, then it starts glowing and we are getting light from the lamp, and these lamps are called as incandescent lamp. Okay, gas discharge sources. Passing electricity through certain gases at a very low pressure can produce light. Okay, in our house we can have lamp, is it not? White color lamp. Inside it there you are having a gas called mercury vapor. Then UV light will be produced, and this UV light in turn passed onto the coating called phosphor. After that it gives a light glowing. It gives a glow in the visible light. Then we can see the objects, and then the lamp will give you visible light. There are many ranges are there: ultraviolet light, infrared rays, and visible light. We can see only the visible range of light. Then UV, IR, we can't see with our eye. Okay, with the help of certain instrument, that is sensing instrument, we can know the presence of ultraviolet light and infrared rays. Okay, I hope you are understand about gas discharge sources. Okay, incandescent sources that you can take an example of iron rod start giving light when it is heated to a particular temperature. Okay, then this is the gas discharge